cost of living crisis is impacting the cost of dying. With the councils across the country putting up the burial and cremation costs, the Funeral Directors Association says even basic funerals are becoming unaffordable for people. Gillian Boys is the Funeral Directors Association CEO and is with us this morning. Gillian, good morning.
Good morning.
So how much are we paying?
So in terms of just council costs, an average burial now is about $4,500 and an average ash cremation is around $1,300. So those are just the council costs. So the funeral director costs go on top of that. We'd probably be talking somewhere around $8,000 to $10,000 for a cremation in total, and sort of somewhere around $8,000 to $13,000 for a burial, depending on what part of the country you're in.
Right. How much have they gone? I mean, $4,500 for a burial. I can understand, if there's a shortage of land, but $1,300 for a cremation from council. What's that about?
Well, council have told us they're basically reflecting the operational costs for running their cremators. So, for instance, gas prices have gone up. So they are trying to recover costs. And look, we don't object to that per se, but what we're saying is that if the council and local government can reflect the operational costs and what they are charging, then central government needs to look at the actual costs when they're looking at the work and income funeral grant, which is the only government support that's available to people who are really vulnerable and can't afford the full cost of a funeral themselves.
So you're saying the cost of gas, the price increase in gas, is driving the cremation costs. I mean, this is so grim to think about, but that's massive.
Yeah. Look, councils are trying to recover costs, obviously, for ratepayers. As I say, not necessarily taking a poke at them, but what we are concerned about is the gap between what the WINS funeral grant, which is only $2,600, and what even the basic fixed costs of a funeral, like a burial plot or the cremation, is just becoming wider and wider. And that makes it really difficult for low-income families to give people the farewell that they really want and need to give them.
Yeah, it's cheaper to just not die, isn't it? Gillian.
That's a great solution.
Hey, what are people choosing these days? Like, as the cost of living and cost of dying goes up, are people moving from a burial to a cremation? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, look, totally depends on your cultural norms. So we still see high burial proportions amongst Māori and Pacific groups, for instance. But overall, as a population, about 70% of us now choose a cremation over a burial. So, and that's probably largely due to cost.
All right, Gillian, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for that update this morning. Gillian Boys, Funeral Directors Association Chief Executive.